So, one of the problems about being in quarantine is that you have to do your own laundry. Not that I mind, I don't mind doing my own laundry, just to be clear. But in a hotel room, you don't have many options about how to dry it. I could, for example, hang it in the cupboard, but it's the cupboard and there isn't great ventilation in here, and I don't want the cupboard to get all moldy. So what I had to do was take the hangers from the cupboard. I'll just show you inside the toilet. And dun dun dun, they do have this little drying line thingy thing, but if you have a bunch of clothes, it doesn't really work. So I took the drying line and twisted it around these funny hangers, which are the kinds of hangers that hotels give you nowadays, and hung my clothes like so. And like so, that's my underwear. You don't need to see that. Yeah, so a little bit of hotel DIYing for the drying of my laundry. Ugh. And this is the end of day 8. Today I need to do my laundry, and I realized that I've got an extra biohazard waste disposal bag. As you can see here. So I figured that this would probably be a plastic bag that doesn't leak. So I have repurposed it to be my soak the laundry bag. Today wasn't bad. I managed to get some work done. I've got a whole stack of notes. I'll show you. Got a whole stack of notes that I need to go through from the solo that I'm working on. Which started out with a working title of A Reason for Falling, but that got changed to As the Body Hits the Floor. But now that presentation, which was supposed to be in July, has been cancelled because of the whole situation. So I have time to think of another name if I don't like As the Body Hits the Floor. Anyway, those notes are from that solo. And yeah, I have to go through all of them. If not, it's just a bunch of paper sitting around, or that I'm lugging around the world, which doesn't make any sense at all. So that's one thing I have to do, and I managed to get a good amount done today. Did some training. One of the things that I've been thinking about as a dancer is how I can find more freedom and more liberation, or greater sense of liberation and release in my dancing, especially when I perform, because the last couple of times I've performed, I've been pretty stressed out about nailing the steps and remembering things and whatever. Or I've been caught up with whether or not I'm actually gonna be able to complete the whole sequence because I'm tired or because it's just really difficult. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is how can I find the freedom and release that I want to find on stage. So I did some exploring into that this evening as well. That might not have been like the most productive exploration, but at least it was a good start. Raised some questions and I had some good time to think. What else have I done today? I have continued listening to a debate on Romans 9 between Professor Leighton Flowers and James White. Also, I think a professor. Yeah, if you're interested, you could go check it out. I can leave a link in the description. but it's 3 hours long, and it's not the best debate, although some bits are actually quite entertaining to watch because of how bad one of the two parties are in the debate, and how the other party has to try so hard to keep it together. This has nothing to do with the points that they're raising, but rather the way in which they are participating in the debate. Yeah, still got a lot of food. Starting to get hungry again. For the second day in a row, for breakfast, I've been given a packet of milk, which is so I can eat my biscuits with milk. So I'm gonna do that in a couple of minutes once I get done with this thingy thing. And yeah, thank you for watching. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show a little minute or so of me dancing. It's of kind of a personal project that I started a while back that I call Minutes of Instagram. A minute because that's as long as Instagram lets you upload in normal videos. And yeah, yes, I admit I'm doing it for publicity because this is such a big part of the performing arts and modern culture, and if I want to be successful, then I'm gonna need to have some kind of social media presence. So I do it for that, but I've also been doing it as a kind of experiment into flow, trying to dip into the psychological flow state, or the flow state as defined by psychology, by this guy called Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, and another sports journalist, Steven Kotler, in his book The Rise of Superman. Steven Kotler and his partner Jamie Wheal, they run this thing called the Flow Genome Project, where you can go online and take an online course on how to get more into flow. I haven't done it yet. It's 500 USD. It's a little bit pricey. And the book Rise of Superman has lots of great information, and Mihai Csikszentmihalyi's books as well. Lots of great information that I can work on. And so Minutes of Instagram is part of that. It's giving myself a restricted amount of time to come up with a minute or so of choreography, sandwiched between some improvisation, and it's trying to think about the choreography in a relatively uncritical way. Instead of trying to make everything make sense, just make stuff, which is one of the flow trigger points, to not be too critical on yourself, to be able to respond to situations, but not to judge or criticize yourself during the process of creation or improvisation. So that's one thing that also came up when I was doing the whole exploring freedom thingy thing. And the other thing is to have clear, tangible goals with immediate feedback. And so having the clear goal of making a minute or so of choreography, whatever that choreography happens to be about, has been quite a useful mental task. I don't really know where it's gonna go or what it's doing to me inside, but if I keep it up for longer and for more than just a couple of days at a go, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Day 8, quarantine.